What's up, Stitches? Welcome back to another episode of We Want Gossip with Meredith and Steph. We are back this week recapping Bachelor in Paradise. And honestly, plenty to say there. The miscommunication off the charts.
Oh my god.
And we got a little bit for Gossip of the Week. Not too much, but some things to discuss.
For Gossip of the Week, we're going to start off with the fact that Takeoff from Migos sadly passed away. And then we're going to talk about Gabby and Erich from Bachelor Nation and what she said about it on Dancing with the Stars. Let's get into it.
Okay, we have a gossip update.
Well, when we said we would get back to you about Halloween, things took a turn for the worst.
No, we didn't dress up.
We didn't do anything.
We didn't do any of the plans. We didn't do Enchanted Garden. We did not go downtown Denver. We were... we talked ourselves right into it. We're going out this Halloween. We're going downtown Denver, dressing up last minute.
Well, I feel like I would have been more apt if I wasn't in the state that I was.
Yeah.
I was having a full-blown breakdown all weekend. Literally, I had a huge allergic reaction, kind of what was happening a while ago. It's basically what it feels like is the worst sunburn you've ever experienced, but all over your body, head to toe.
Yeah.
So, did not go anywhere on Saturday. Went to the hospital on Sunday, and back here now. What is it? I don't even know. Thursday.
Yeah, we're getting closer to some answers for her skin.
Yes. What the doctors are essentially saying is there's something growing in my liver, some sort of infection, and what that feeds off of is sugar.
Everything that you would enjoy on a daily basis.
And it doesn't just mean sweet sugar. It means anything that even turns into sugar. So any sort of
certain
gluten,
fruits, certain veggies, certain things.
Every single thing. It's called the Candida diet, and it's literally all I can eat, I'm not kidding, is vegetables and organic meat. That's it. So that's why I don't have a drink today, because I can't drink juice. So this should be
it's really not fun.
It's crazy. It is honestly the most insane diet.
Yeah.
So, I'm over here.
But if she does it right for 3 weeks, then we'll have more answers. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Basically, it's if you starve it of sugar, then it dies.
Yeah.
So then I won't have to deal with this at all, period.
Yep.
So
and at the end of the day, I'm not that mad that we didn't go out for Halloween.
No.
Sure, it would have been fun. And I'm sure we would have, at least done maybe the Enchanted Gardens or whatever. Yeah. But honestly... I remember in the moment being I'm thankful.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to move.
I go back and forth because it's we did it so much that
I don't feel like I'm having FOMO by not going.
No.
It's we've had our fun times during Halloween and we'll have plenty more this year.
Absolutely.
Took it easy.
Yeah.
Took her easy.
For real.
But
I literally laid on my bed and watched Avatar, which we can talk about Avatar 2 really fast.
Oh.
They just released a new trailer of Avatar 2. We just watched it 5 minutes ago. I mean, this is Steph's first time.
Full goosebumps. The fact that it's the underwater version,
it's gonna be the same feeling as watching Aquaman in the movie theaters. I mean, I feel obviously
people are gonna be so mad.
This is gonna be 1,000 times better. I will never sully Avatar's name.
Yeah.
Little do anyone know that I'm the biggest fan.
Yeah.
I just watched it 2 days ago. Brett.
You watch it all the time.
I watch it all the time. I love Avatar. And when I was literally mid-breakdown this weekend on Saturday, I'm not kidding, I didn't sleep at all. Not 1 minute this entire weekend. And Saturday was my worst night. I mean, I was up. I was so uncomfortable. I was awful. And so I'm taking a shower and Brett is frantically cleaning the house, trying to help me. He's making me a bed in the living room. And then I come out and he's like, I feel the bedroom was just
the vibes.
Really triggering in there.
Yeah.
He goes, and Avatar is on the TV.
You've got couch bed, nothing better. If you guys haven't brought your beds or made some sort of fort in the living room to watch a movie.
Oh my God.
The bed in the living room is just whole other level.
Absolutely.
And I do know when I'm doing that, I'm signing up for a lazy day.
Yes.
It's you can expect the kitchen to be a little bit cluttered.
Yeah.
Nobody's moving, nobody's just enjoying themselves.
Full cyclone.
Yeah.
And Brett, especially with my skin, it's I've got lotions and chapsticks and this and that. He's how do you accumulate so much shit in such a small amount of time? I go, I don't know.
Yep.
Move on to Paradise.
Oh yeah. I mean, the lack of constructive communication these couples are having where I'm if you guys could, like, say to each other, like, all these problems a lot of these couples are having, it's like they're either not delivering what they are truly meaning to say or what they're feeling. They're not delivering it the right way, and it's coming off, like, you know, emotional, or that you're pointing the finger. You know, it's immediately making the other person in defense mode, or it's you're not even vocalizing whatsoever what you're hoping or wanting, and then your couple does the opposite of that, but you never clarified with them that's what you want. Like, it's just like,
this episode literally made me want to bash my head against a wall.
I mean,
I'm not even, like, I feel like you're giving them some grace. I'm mad at every single one of them.
Do you feel like, so let's start with Genevieve and Aaron. Like, they're one of the main ones that they, you know, kick off with, but my thing is, do you think, like, Genevieve and him right now are kind of where they kind of like the fight because their makeups are always so intense?
Absolutely.
You know, they like to see that the other person is so emotional over them or whatever. Like,
of course.
You know, and then it's fine. And I'm like, you guys like the resolution piece. That's why you continue the conflict.
And that's the most toxic relationships in the game. It's like, we've both been in those where it's like, it's super, the fights are so bad, but then it's like, you get a glimpse of the makeup and it's like, oh my God, it's so great.
Right.
And then it's like 5 minutes later, everything sucks again.
Like, so you're supposed to continue that cycle to feel like the person, like, cares for you?
No.
Like, just so backwards.
And it's like, I was so beyond disgusted with Aaron's actions this episode.
I know. Like, all Genevieve wanted was, like, just for him to, you know, go out of his way, like he does with his buddies, to go out of his way to asking her to do things privately, or, you know, spending one-on-one time with her more than constantly broing out.
And that's not even her core issue. I mean, like, yes.
That's where it kicked off.
Well, because, like, when they were sitting on the couch or the bed, you know, it's like what she said is she had asked him twice to go to the pool.
Right.
He said no both times. Right. And then he goes to Johnny, let's go get beers and hang out in the pool. And then she just gets up. She doesn't even say anything. She just gets up. And then he's like, what's wrong? And she goes, like, I've asked you twice now to go to the pool. Right. And you said no to me. And then you asked Johnny to go right in front of me, and he goes, are you serious right now?
I know.
Are you joking?
Like, you're seriously doing this? And in front of everyone?
Everybody. Like, what the hell?
And it's immediately making her, it's one of those moments where I'm like, oh, she immediately regretted saying something. But at the same time, like, if it is bugging you, like, maybe time or place, like, you know, instead of, like, because she was about to storm off, you know, and that's when he was like, what's wrong? You know, she's getting up. Like, it was immediately, you can read each other's demeanor. Totally. Same with what the reverse had just happened when Aaron stormed off. Yep. And it's like, they're both really, like, sensitive, but they can't communicate right.
Yes.
Like,
I mean, like, believe me,
he just immediately was defensive.
That was so weird and uncalled for. Like, I get it when Genevieve is being her, like, you know, emotional, like,
and she says it too. She's super sensitive and really emotional.
And
like,
there are some times that she's combative, you know, where she says things.
She won't
this time, though, she was not in the wrong in my eyes at all. Maybe you're right where she could have, like, talked about it later, but it's like, imagine if you had asked Adam, hey, can you hang out with me? No. Can you hang out with me? No. And then it's like, hey, let's go do the exact same thing you just told me no twice.
Well, and it's like, if she's clearly trying to communicate with you.
Yeah, and like, what she's trying to say to go to the pool is that she's falling in love with him. So it's like, and the way he reacts,
making her feel this big.
Well, I was watching and I saw somebody on Twitter say the same thing. Like, you could see, like, someone was like, you can feel, like, I feel like Genevieve has been in a relationship like this when he started going at her so hard, she got smaller, quieter, like, whereas when you see Genevieve in her, like, almost comfortable emotion, she's very vocal, very, like, I could see that she was getting shoved into a freaking box. Yeah. And it's like, for her, she's like, what the hell? Like, what did I do? She's like, I've asked you twice to hang out with me. You told me no both times. Then you, like, blatantly right in front of me want to go hang out with another dude, bro out some more. Yeah. And then you tell me I'm gaslighting you. Like, I can get if Aaron's like, it's another thing. You know, it's another thing. Right. Like, I get that a little bit, maybe, if, like, Genevieve is so nitpicky.
But it's, like, as if literally right before this fight, he didn't storm off from a comment she made that wasn't even bad. She didn't even understand that could have made him mad. And it's like, but you can't have any sort of understanding to where she's coming from. Like, the immediate defense, mechanism, it's like, her feelings should matter to you, and I know they do. So it's like, if she's feeling a certain way and you asked her what's wrong as she's getting up, or, you know, you can tell something's off. Well, I mean, it's a fine line between, you know, picking and choosing your battles. Yeah. But also, if it's upsetting her, like, and she chose to tell you, I'd rather, if she's going to act like she's pissed, I'd rather you tell me right up front why you're mad so we can fix it, rather than you moping around. But at the same time, it's like, pick and choose your battles. But if she does choose to come to you and like want, you know, like this is why I'm upset. He needs to be like understanding like her feelings. Not that it's validating what she's saying, but it's like understanding where she could be coming from with it.
I just can't imagine being Genevieve and being like, I'm going to tell him I love him. And then I'm like, hey, can we go to the pool? And he's like, no. And then it's like a little bit later, it's like, I'm working up the energy to tell him.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, can we go to the pool just us and have some alone time? No. Yeah. And then he's like, hey, Johnny, let's, and it's like, and that whole time you're thinking, I'm about to tell this person I'm falling in love with them, and they can't give me the time of day. They can't even hang out with me for 5 minutes. And then the storm off, Genevieve is like, I'm leaving. Yeah. This isn't going to work between us. Victoria's trying to get her to stay. Eliza's trying to get her to stay. And then she packs and then she finally calms down. And she goes to talk to Aaron. And she's like, can we go have a conversation? And for his response to be, can we go talk? Sure. Like, the was alarmingly long.
They don't know how to resolve something in a like mature, timely manner.
Yes.
You know, it's like
I feel like we grew out of that behavior a little bit, but also I'm like, I don't know, everyone's on their own timeline, but I'm like, watching them act like that, I go, that's so like high school,
it's like
college,
16 years old,
petty.
Like cannot communicate, and like who's more upset?
Yeah.
You know, or like, you know, and it takes to where you're acting that immature to like in that moment to then right as she's about to leave, it's like the only way they can resolve something is when they're both crying and screaming.
Yes.
Like right then is his moment to be like, she's gonna come talk to me. Like there were so many moments for this to have been resolved in the way that it, and like so different than the way it did get resolved.
Absolutely.
And it's embarrassing.
Over going to the pool. That's it.
And them fighting on the bed with everybody around
them.
Oh
my God.
Stop making everybody uncomfortable. It is one of those, he should have been like, let's go talk. What's wrong? You know?
Absolutely.
And also, like, do you not know
And also,
she was
also like, I felt like Genevieve in that moment was reading the room. She was talking really quiet. And then she's like, everyone's staring. And then it's like, he's like, you don't think I'm embarrassed? Obviously, I'm embarrassed. It's like, she's like, okay, yo.
I said, you asked me why I was all of a sudden just like, you know, my demeanor switch. I told you, not even trying to fight about it, but just like, here's what I'm feeling and why that switched with my emotions.
And I don't understand why he didn't get that.
I know.
What is...
it's like he totally expected her in the other fight to understand like why he might have felt like, you know, second or, you know, not as appreciated or...
Which I even hated that when he goes, you're taking away from my success.
Stop.
It's about Justin's failing. I go, it's not a success. It's not a game, a win-lose. It's like, what?
And then... But then for him to think that this one thing that's pretty valid from her point of view, and she just wanted to talk about it, could have been solved right then and there. Yeah. He immediately had to be defensive, where I'm like, you just made that into something like that. She's so crazy. Yeah. As if you didn't pull the same shit a couple minutes ago. Like, come on.
And then, like, also, like, what he's telling himself. Like, when he talks to Johnny, and it's like what he was saying to Johnny, I go... None of those words left her mouth. None of what you're saying is true, but I know that you're talking yourself into it. And also it's like, I ever wondered in that moment, it's like, I'm sure we've all done it. We've all been there where we pop off about something really fucking stupid. Yeah. And then we look back and we're like, you know, like that was wrong. I was like a little too.
Totally. In the moment, just being like reactive.
Yeah. Like I overreacted. It's like when he's telling Johnny, like looking back at that moment, what did Genevieve do that made you so mad? You know, it's like, what really was that trigger? Like, I wonder if he was, like, aware like that. Because I'm just well, clearly not. Because then he did the whole, sure thing. And then nothing.
Just dug himself in a hole with that conversation where she was disgusted. I was like, good girl. At first I'm like, you're jumping the gun. Every time she was trying to leave, I'm like, stop it. But like that time,
no,
right there, that's disgusting.
Absolutely.
Don't talk to me like I am some random bitch at the bar that you have no respect for. Yeah. It's like.
It was the rude, like, not trying to understand. And
just continually making her smaller and smaller. Where I go, just like blows, where he is now the bad guy. Like, he was the bad guy and could have fixed it easily. And now he's just digging himself in the hole of saying things that are just like, because
when he was like literally getting emotional and like crying, he's like, I just want to give you a kiss. And he's like, I just want to give the boys, like, I just want to like throw the football around with them and just like hang out. Like, why can't we all just have a good time? It's like, you're sobbing because you want to give me a kiss and hang out with the boys when I'm trying to tell you I love you and you refuse to go hang out with me by myself because you want to hang out with Johnny. And it's like, and they make great points, all the other women, where it's like, I get it. Everyone's throwing out. Everyone's having a fun time. But we're coming down to the wire where it's like, oh, engagements are soon.
Given
so
the
like,
circumstances,
it's like, look at Brandon and Serene. They don't want to be with anybody else but each other.
Exactly.
And it's like, that's how we feel. You know, it's like, we always want to be with our boyfriends.
Totally.
We always want to be together. So it's like, why don't you want to hang out with me for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
No.
No, it's weird. Like,
it's fucking weird.
And like at the same, like if he didn't handle it the way he did, and like I understand the point, in the crunch time, the circumstances we're in, I do understand his point of being just annoyed with her constantly, of just kind of like, can we just have a good time? Was everything a problem? I'm
That's
trying
kind
to just
of where
chill.
like, yes,
he didn't know until she said it to him. I was trying to tell you I love you, but either way, think about your actions. You know, of either with or without her trying to say something to you, like was that groundbreaking. Just she wants to spend alone time with you, you know, at the end of the day. And it's like, given the circumstances, we are having an engagement soon. Yeah. It's like, I can understand the annoyance of all the fights that they've had, and it's all been stupid shit. It's like, can we just stop with the drama?
Right.
But at the same time, it's you're just fueling the fire too, bro.
Exactly. You're
being the most immature about it too. Like,
exactly.
They're equally immature.
And not literally when I go, Eliza and Victoria, when they're sitting outside listening to them talking, and it's the most toxic, like, communication.
Don't you love that?
And then she goes, oh my God, that's how you know. That's how you know you really care. Because if you didn't care, you wouldn't be fighting like that.
And I'm immediately thinking,
I'm thinking, run for the hills.
Like, no.
I am just
no. There's a different way to show you're passionate about somebody. And it is not through conflict and resolution.
Different ways.
I was like, no, girls, that's so backwards and so wrong. And wrong advice.
Absolutely. All of that.
I would have been, you guys, this is ridiculous. Like, I wouldn't even be helping the problem anymore.
Oh my God. I would be like, Genevieve, go. If I was listening to that conversation, I'd be like, you are right on the money to dip. Okay?
For real.
Like I said, everyone this freaking episode bugged me. So let's go to next people that bugged me. Eliza.
The same thing. Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. All these people, like, who was the other one? Logan and Rodney were both taking tests that they were unaware of. It's like a game, like with Shanae being like, who can do more for me, Logan or James?
It's a lose-lose. Like, especially in Rodney's position.
What the hell?
He's trying to, oh my God. It's like.
And the way she teed it up to him too. First off, she already said yes to the date.
Yeah.
Already said yes.
Yeah.
Then she comes over and said, when I came in, you and Justin were the ones that I was really excited to meet out of everybody. And so he takes that as, you want to go.
Do you know who the guy you're talking to is? It's like, given Rodney and his personality, I think he would always put what he thinks is best for, like, what you want over what he wants.
Yes.
Think about who you're talking to.
For real.
Like, oh my God, he would never do something maliciously. He thought by telling you, if you want to go on the date, go on the date. I think you owe it to yourself to explore, and I don't want you to resent me later because you didn't explore somebody you just said you were interested in from the get-go.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
and then she's pissed.
She entered the conversation saying, I'm interested in Justin, and then to the camera is like, why didn't he tell me to not go? He clearly doesn't care about me. And when in that moment,
she's like, well, I wanted you to say, like, I kind of don't want.
And he goes, obviously, I don't want you to go.
And he said what she was looking for right after that too. It's like and I believe him. It's not just because she said that. It's like, no, I'm trying to. Oh my God, it's lose-lose. It's like, so if I don't tell you to go, I feel like I know I'm controlling you and you'll have resentment, and that could come to bite me in the ass.
Yep.
And then everybody thinks he just thought. You're still your own person. Like, if you're a big girl, you made the decision to go. I trust that he would never be the controlling type.
No, and also,
and then he tells her he voices, I obviously don't want you to go, but if you want to, like, and it's like, and she's still pissed.
And then she goes. With Justin out of spite. Like, you can tell she's spiteful about the whole situation, and she's like, clearly Rodney doesn't like me, so I'm gonna go with Justin.
He can't read your mind.
Oh, and it's like, what are these games? What are, like, you want him to be the jealous boyfriend? Like, nobody likes that.
No, same with Kate when she's talking about Logan.
Yeah. Why do you guys want them to show this toxic behavior? They're both trying to be super mature and say, hey, if you want to go and that's something you want to do, I accept it, and I want you to come back, and I don't want you to go, but I want you to go and do what you want.
Have you just never been in, like, you know, a healthy relationship where, like, the jealousy isn't, like, a main factor? You know, it's like, that's just weird. Like, it's one thing to, you know, no. And then I'm the biggest jealous person in the world. And I have reined that beast in.
Yes, you have.
It's like, it's not a good look or cute for anybody. It's like, do you not trust what you have going on? And if it doesn't work out and they break that trust, then that person wasn't for you.
Exactly.
It's like,
and also when they, like, talk about it, like, when they are after the Justin date, you know, Eliza says to Rodney, my mind wasn't made up. You know, I was waiting for you to tell me not to go. My mind wasn't made up.
Why didn't you tell him that?
Yes, it was.
Like,
You already told Justin yes. So, like, that was a manipulation tactic. You're acting like if you would have done more, I wouldn't have gone, even though you already told Justin yes.
And he fully explained as to what he feels,
yes,
but also why he is giving you, why he's saying you can go. He's explaining, and it makes sense. It's not just like, no, if you want to go, go. It's, if I don't want you to have resentment towards me. If you were interested in him, like, you are a big girl. Like, he's giving her independence of being like, you're your own person. You can make your own decisions.
Absolutely.
But I do care about it. He never once lacked in caring about it.
No, and that's the other thing. Like,
I'd be like, wow, shit, you're mature. Now I'm definitely not going with things.
Yeah.
Because of how mature, like, what if he flipped the roles on her?
Exactly.
Well, I didn't think you'd actually go.
Yeah. It's like, it was so.
If she doesn't choose Rodney, I swear to God.
No.
Although, did you see Genevieve when Justin first showed up on the beach, whispering to everybody, being like, "No, don't worry," or to Rodney, like, his personality sucks.
Yeah.
It effing sucks. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, Genevieve, the low blows all the time,
Yes.
and like, you're mic'd up.
Yes.
You are mic'd up. Like,
and it's like, let's be honest, Justin doesn't suck.
and
Justin's very cool
when
and
you bring
fine.
down the other person doesn't make the other person like better. Like, you just talking shit about. It's just,
if anything, it makes you look worse.
yes, yeah. It just looks like Genevieve is jealous.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, spiteful about it.
100%. She's mad.
He sucks. He sucks.
Yeah, mad he's back.
Yeah.
It's like,
and not going after her.
Yep.
Yeah. Love Genevieve. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like, woo.
What
a mess.
No, and I said it last week, and you said it the week before, but you really hit the nail on the head. If Genevieve, Shanae aren't getting their way, we don't like them.
All hell breaks
But
loose.
then when they are and they're crazy cat, like,
I
you
like
know,
'em. Yeah.
I love them.
Yep.
Like Shanae this episode, loved her.
Totally.
So funny.
No,
Loved it.
honestly.
So, yeah, that bugged the hell out of me, which brings me into the next couple that bugged the hell out of me, Kate and Logan. What the fuck? Kate? Something about her. I mean, like, I kind of liked her, like, the last week where I go, you kind of came in to be messy, and I kind of like that energy. But this week,
Yeah, like,
Nope.
she's got good confidence. I like her, but at the same time, I'm like,
well, just, I mean, not her straight up saying, like, I guess I'm jumping the gun here, but like when she goes out with the date with Hayden and then she's back and she's talking to the girls. Did you see the previews for next week? Well, she's like, I like Logan.
oh yeah.
But Hayden has money. He spent over $100,000 to fix his dog.
No, that means he's done with his money.
Yeah.
Like,
Straight up.
and it's like, believe
And
me,
we are
I
the
get,
biggest animal
I would
lovers.
do anything for my pets, but
$100,000?
6 figures
Dude. But so like
to give them like 9
and the
months.
fact that you're straight
is
up
that
being-
even quality of life? Like, at that point,
She goes, I don't want to have to carry like you, Logan. Like, I don't have to supplement you. And it's like, what do you mean? Like, Hayden's got money. Well, Hayden also sucks. So it's like Hayden
Yeah.
literally even on his own date with Kate sucked, where Kate was like,
told
ew.
you how many red flags in a row. Came
Literally,
clean on all of the red
he
flags.
goes, yeah, I did say she was rough around the edges, and it's like, yeah, I did compare him to my ex. I don't remember.
I don't
but
remember
you-
though, but I did say this. But
Yeah.
I don't really fully remember it.
I think I did, but yeah, at the end, I think Gabby and Rachel were there for the wrong reasons.
Oh my god, it's the fact that that
Yeah.
he still is thinking that he's like not the bad guy. Like,
Yeah. And Hayden, when I look at you, brother, I think coward.
Yeah.
Little baby boy couldn't go to Men Tell All because you didn't want to get your feelings
Yep.
hurt.
And that after everything, all of your actions is what gets you sent home in your big ass mouth, the disrespect.
Yeah.
And yet somehow at the end of the day, you're still saying, but they weren't there it justifies it. They
Hasn't-
weren't there for the right reasons, so justify that you were a total asshole.
Yeah, hasn't learned a single lesson.
Nope.
He straight up doubled down on his actions.
He did. That's just worse. It's worse.
He goes, yeah, actually, 100% compared him to my girlfriend. Their tits and all.
I said all this horrible stuff, but don't remember some of it. But either way, they weren't there for the right
But
reasons.
yeah,
so
I could
deserved
see
it.
myself saying that. Ew.
But I said it to this person, but don't remember.
But
I'm confused.
Yeah,
It's
so-
giving Ivan when he was caught dead in his
Yeah.
life, and I'm just like, that's not. Those two things are not adding up, and it
No.
looks worse.
Math ain't mathin', okay?
Math ain't mathin'.
Well, let's backtrack a little bit because I want to talk about Kate and Logan with the whole Hayden piece, where it's like when Hayden asks Kate on the date, woo, yeah, let's go. Oh, yeah, picks him up and then goes back and checks on Logan and is like expecting the same thing that Eliza's saying.
God.
He doesn't care about me. He's not saying don't go. So I guess I'm going to go. He's saying go. He must not care. And it's like, I kind of am trying to put myself there. Like, if the guys
I
weren't
wouldn't want them
verbal-
to be like shoving me off.
Yeah.
Like, please go, because I'm not interested anymore. There's
Exactly.
a difference.
Yes,
like,
of course. If you came up and was like, hey, I'm going to go on this date, and they were like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, please do it.
Then you'd be like
Different.
offended. But both of them, Logan and Rodney, have multiple times said how much they like Kate and Eliza. Like, I think we have a really good connection. I don't want to spend any time with anyone but you. And they're like,
why are you trying to make it messy?
like, the immaturity on these people.
Once again, like, why are you looking for like a battle or like a little like to make you feel like there's a spark?
Yes.
It's weird.
It's because everyone's been through some toxic ass shit.
Yeah.
You can't blame them. But still, I'm blaming you.
Yeah, it's just it honestly hurts my brain.
Like, that's what I'm just saying, where it's like, you guys, what are these tests you guys are putting Logan and Rodney through for what?
Yeah.
If you want to be with them, then let's just be with them.
Yeah.
Like, what are these games we're doing?
Adam did the like where it's like the games of like, this seems like a trick question either way. Like,
yeah.
like Adam had like a training or something. There was like college kids coming in to like shadow. He had to go into the office for it, and so he was like privately with a couple people, and I'm like, oh, college kids. I go, so I go, who's gonna be there? Like, I don't know anybody in Colorado. Like, doesn't matter. But when he came home, I was like, so what? Like, he was like 2 boys, 1 girl or something. Like, was like telling me about the day.
Oh,
and I go, was she pretty?
Girl.
Was she pretty? He goes, I don't know how to even answer that. He goes, I feel like I'm literally going to get caught right now. He's like, if I say yes, obviously I'm screwed. If I say no, it's like, well, tell me about, like, you're lying.
Well,
like,
then you're analyzing her.
Yeah, no, I'm like, give me height, weight, hair, you know, and it's like, he's like, I feel like either, like, she's not cute, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I would know you're lying.
Yes.
Like, so he's like, I'm not even answering them.
Was that everything with... Oh,
Well,
Victoria and Johnny. We didn't talk about them.
Yeah.
I do have something to tell you about that. So the final couple we're going to talk about is Victoria and Johnny. I love Johnny so much. Like, he has really come around for me this season. Like, I didn't really like him on Rachel and Gabby's. He was okay. But, like, he just always seemed kind of like...
He still kind of gives me that vibe. But the way people on the beach talk
about
about him
him
make me like him more.
Yes.
Because he still has the same demeanor. And we see the same amount of him.
Yes.
I really don't get that much of him.
I think because, well, like, I really, like, the moments where he does talk to the camera, like, he is very mature.
Totally.
You can tell, like, he is very, like, cool. But he's totally, like, Florida surfer dude.
Yeah.
So it's, like, hard for me to be on board,
Yeah.
but really liked him. And so Victoria ended up choosing Johnny in the rose ceremony. So they're together, and I can't bring this next point up without spoiling. But I think I'm going to spoil because it's all over the internet, so a lot of people know. So if you do not want to know what spoils...
Spoiler alert!
With Victoria and Johnny, fast forward and I'll tell you when later. Okay, Victoria and Johnny get engaged at the end of this. But some random girl on TikTok, like last week, posted in Italy, and she's like, not me seeing Greg Grippo and Victoria F at the Coliseum together. And then it blew up because everyone's like, Johnny's in California. Oh, just wait. So Johnny's in California, and they're like, Johnny's in California. Victoria's, where's Greg? No one can figure out where Greg is. And then someone else in Italy straight up caught a photo of them, 4K, everything. Because this girl was just like, it was the back of their heads. You could definitely tell it was Victoria.
Yeah.
The guy, it was like, it could be Johnny, but it could be Greg. So then someone else that also happened to be in Italy is like on the subway, sees them, takes a photo of Greg Grippo and Victoria F together. Okay, so then here we go. This is the juiciest part, and I'm I'm about
this
it.
This is the juiciest part?
Yes, and I'm about it. So Victoria F posted like a seductress.
Yeah, I saw it.
Not Greg commenting "good girl" on it.
Good girl.
Good girl. Take that to the bank at Gash. Yeah, baby. I go, oh.
Okay.
Good girl. Getting hot and bothered over here.
Yeah, as much as
sweaty.
like disgusted with that. Like, I'm like, but I see
them together.
I do too.
They're both the same demeanor.
Yes,
and it's like
the
Greg.
demeanor.
I think I would like Greg if I saw him again. Like, I think with the whole Katie thing, you know, it's like, there were 2 sides to that, and we kind of saw both, but we definitely...
we saw both sides. I think we grilled him and ripped him.
I was going to say, we saw both sides, but we took Katie's.
Yeah.
We could see where you're coming from.
Yes.
But not enough to be on your side.
No.
Because it's like, it's the same thing that everybody says at the end, you know, where it's like when you don't say how they're feeling, you know, it's like that's why they always get trapped in the multiple I love yous, because the people get pissed.
Yep.
So it's like, I do think I would like Greg if I saw him again, but yeah, that whole time, no thank you.
Wow,
but Victoria and Greg being together, I'm liking what I'm seeing.
I wonder. Where I'm
Yes.
like, oh, shit. What happened with her and Johnny?
Yeah, I know. And then also at the exact same time that video was popping off on TikTok, the photo was seen in Italy. Johnny posted on his story unwell, and everyone's just like a picture of him like sitting at like a bar, like drinking a drink, and then it says unwell, and they're like, we can't tell if you're unwell because you're hungover or are you unwell because of what is going on. Yeah.
Something to think about.
Yeah, so we shall see. But I actually really like Victoria and Greg. I think they would actually be a great couple.
It does make sense.
Makes sense.
I just like Victoria so much, especially after the season. Like, you know, where I'm like, she's actually funny and she's cute. Like,
I really like Victoria.
Yeah, like, where I want her with somebody, like, you know, funny and goofy and, like, you know, more.
Right.
But I don't know Greg well enough, so I'm like, oh, but I do know of him, and that's why I'm like,
But yeah, so we shall see. I love that this year, this is the first time ever that Paradise is doing a reunion. Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. We've been missing that.
I know, for real. They're like, why have we not done one of those? Honestly, though, because it's like, the show ends and we're like, okay, see ya. Thanks for the fake engagements that are all over.
Oh, yeah, no shit. Like, what?
Okay. That's a Bachelor in Paradise recap.
Oh, shit.
And
how many more episodes do we have then? Only, what, maybe next week and the week after, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe next
probably
week.
2 more weeks.
Because if proposals are coming up, they said, you know, would probably be.
They said in a couple weeks. So I'm like, what does that mean for us? Because, they said it's supposed to go through mid-November. So I think it's supposed to end, like
2 episodes a week until mid. Oh, wait, I guess it's November.
Yeah, 3rd. It's November 3rd. So it's like 2 more weeks. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
We can deal. Yeah,
we can deal. Sure.
Okay.
Gossip of the week, baby. Let's just talk about it. Sad shit came out. Takeoff died.
Well, what? Okay. When I first saw this news, I led you astray because I said, I forgot. I mixed them up. Offset is with Cardi, not Takeoff.
Meredith.
I know.
I just fully explained this to Adam last night of the, like, what I thought was, like, what, until just this moment.
Yes.
Of what you had said.
Well, and also just what,
I thought it was Quavo. So,
well,
either way.
Just found this out as well. Quavo is Takeoff's uncle. It's super sad, and I mean, like, I loved Migos. That was such, like, the college. That was such a college time when Migos was, like, super popular.
Totally.
I mean, like, motorsport.
Is Takeoff, like, is he married or not married?
He's
but, like, having
28.
Yep.
I don't think so, but David, my brother, he always said Takeoff was the best one, and he really was, so that's sad.
Yeah.
And I can't believe they were, like, uncle and nephew. That's crazy.
No.
Because Quavo, I thought you guys were all the same age. Like, literally, Takeoff's mom is Quavo's sister. I go, what? That's crazy.
Yeah, no, whoa. And
I didn't know that the whole time I listened to you guys. Like, that just seems like it would be part of your...
Totally.
Part of the whole thing.
But yeah. I was searching Cardi last night, and I was looking through all of her comments, all of her posts, and nothing was saying anything.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, maybe everybody's just, like, keeping it this, giving her some
totally.
time. It's not even her. I mean, it's awful either way, but I was just thinking her brand new babies.
I was thinking the same thing.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Moving on to a little Bachelor Nation update. Nothing
little
crazy.
lighter, but still... I'm confused.
Yeah.
With what's actually going on behind the scenes.
Gabby and Erich. So Gabby was just interviewed on Dancing with the Stars, and basically one of the interviewers said, like, where's Erich?
Yeah.
And she had some, like, she's dancing around the topic. Pun intended.
Like, we're both, like, busy pursuing our individual interests.
Yeah, she goes, we're both busy doing that, like, doing our own thing, supporting each other from afar.
We're doing really well. Like, we're both really busy, but it's been great.
And here's the thing. Point 1. Erich doesn't have a job. So what are you doing? 2. You both live in LA. So what do you mean the distance? Because she said that. She goes, the distance, like what do you mean? You both live in LA. Like, are you talking about the traffic?
And she's currently... What she's doing right now is Dancing with the Stars, which I know is a ton of practicing and work, but it's at the same time that's what you're doing. That's all you're doing.
Absolutely.
There are other hours in the day.
Yeah.
You're not coming back together, or even on the weekends, like at night, like seeing each other. Like, what's going on there?
Yeah.
And it was not like a convincing response by any means. So that's why everybody's reading into it. It's like that wasn't a confident, engaged woman.
Yeah, because it's like if he
talking about her husband.
Yeah. If he was gone for something, be like, oh, he's back home visiting his family. He hasn't been able to be out here. He's not in California. No, he's like up the road.
It was
and he's
so
not coming.
tiptoeing around. At that point, I think I just lie and say everything's great.
Yeah.
He couldn't make it this time. Sorry, next question. Like, it's like, why even dive into this? Because clearly she didn't have an answer prepared.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
true.
like, cool.
All right. That's a wrap on Gossip of the Week.
Yeah.
And a wrap on the episode.
And at some point, we'll do Siesta Key, a little quick recap, because not everybody watches it.
Juliet and Chloe liked our photo on Instagram. Where's my Siesta Key beaches at? I know there's a few of you guys out there.
Yeah.
Come on.
Both of them, Chloe and Juliet, liking our post.
I was trying to explain it to Brett, and I go, it's not like when Camilla DM'd us. I go, we love Camilla. Don't get us wrong, but I go, these are our favorites.
And those are the main characters that Adam knows from the show. He doesn't know their names besides Juliet's, but where he's he knows the two of them. Yeah. And so
big news.
So yeah, I told him, he was like, oh, that's pretty sweet, actually.
Yeah. Big freaking news.
Big for us, that's for sure.
And it's crazy. So freaking weird. Look at us. Look at us.
I mean. All right, Snitches, that's a wrap on this week's episode. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and leave a review.
And we will see you, Snitches, next week for another gossip update.
Cow! Act natural. Okay. Oh my God.
Stop.
What? Stop your mouth. God. Watch your mouth.